Hey guys, so today I am out at one of our communities, kind of hopping between them today, and decided to go into ours near Daytona and stop in, pay a visit to the community manager and kind of see how things are looking. One thing that we do is any chance we get, we will run through communities that we own if we're in the neighborhood, even if it's not really scheduled. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable for our managers because we call on short notice. I think I gave about 5 minutes notice before I showed up here, but they were really good sports. So this community that we're at is near Daytona. It's a pretty good sized community and probably one of our cleanest and pretty nice. It's actually got a pool and some other amenities. You can see the laundry room behind us. It's surprisingly clean. Let me go in here. Not surprisingly, but for a very simple laundry room, you can see got well maintained. They got some books and some other reading materials. So let's just briefly talk about what we do when we do a quick last minute site visit. This isn't like a thorough inspection. This is, hey, I'm going to run through and just check a few key things. So first thing I'm looking at is the landscaping. Is it well maintained? Has it been taken care of? Good thing is on a little bit last minute notice, you kind of see what it looks like on a normal day. There's no preparation for you to show up. And that's not picking on the managers, but it's just we want to see what things look like on a normal daily basis. So we're going to look at the landscaping. We're going to drive up and down every single road. We will do a video of the entire community so that we can put it in our records. And that's really good because when you've got a tenant who's got, they've added an addition without permission or they've done something, they've changed something, and we call them out on it and tell them that they can't, then we can then go back and check the video and say, look, on this date, this wasn't here. We've got a record. It basically takes a snapshot in time of the community. So it's very helpful. You can see this kind of cool. Let me show you this real quick. So when we picked up this community about a year ago now, there's actually a motel attached to this property as well at the front, but they had these cool little cottages, they call them, which are really just small park models. I'll show you. Aren't they cute? They're kind of like little cabins and really, really nice. So we're in the process of selling these off. We went in and kind of made them a little bit more long-term stay. They were using it as additional motel rooms, kind of overflow from the motel. So we wanted to get the ownership of the homes out of our name and into residents' names, and so that's what we're doing. So we've kind of renovated them and we're put them on the market. So back to what I was saying. So we'll go look at common areas. So check this out. It's really cool. So we got a pool and you got like this really cool vintage signage that that's the original. It's this motel signage. So we'll look at the signage. We'll look at the landscaping. We'll go into each and every building of ours. So if there's a clubhouse or an office, we'll go check that out. I just was in the office meeting with the manager a little bit ago. We'll go in the laundry room, and it's often best to get out and walk if you got time, just because there's things that you'll see walking around that you can't see driving by real fast. You do get harassed a little bit by residents, but that's all right. They're just checking up and making sure that you're supposed to be there. So that's pretty much it. If you can go through a community at night, it's even better because you can see what lights are working, what light bulbs are out, things like that. So yeah, I'd love to hear what you guys do when you visit your properties. And I know that I've talked a little bit before about more of thorough on-site inspections. This is not. This is probably a 15-minute in and out. If the manager's around, we'll get out and talk with them and just kind of see what they're looking at. The interesting thing is every time you go and do that, you always learn about new things that can be improved, because they'll walk you over and go, hey, let me show you this. I just found this. And for whatever reason, that doesn't always come out on a phone call or a Zoom call or anything like that in one of our meetings, where we're constantly asking, hey, what can we improve on? What can we fix? And so it's kind of nice. It helps you build team and build relationships with your people as well. So that's it. Let me show you this motel. It's kind of cool. I'm gonna run over here before anybody starts coming out and asking what I'm doing. I like to go incognito. So got this. Check this out. Got this 8-room motel at the front, right on the main strip there. And this is really close to Daytona, where they do Bike Week and all these big events. So they do really well during the big events throughout season and throughout summer too. We've also, I think, obtained a lot of residents from that. So like people come into town, they'll go to Bike Week or they'll go to the shuttle, Cape Canaveral. So people come into town to see that stuff, and then they stay in our motel and they go, I'd really like to live pretty close to here, and I can find I found an affordable house right in this community. And so it's kind of a cool lead generator too. But yeah, we're right on a main strip. You can see pretty high traffic, which is cool. Just a great property, super clean. This is a 55 plus community with tons of pride of ownership. Let me show you this too. You gotta be careful because people don't like you videoing their homes. But I mean, you got lots of pride of ownership. People have a lot of little trinkets around their house, and you can tell that they enjoy living here. We actually have a lot of Canadians and seasonal people at this community too. So anyways, I just wanted to stop in, say what's up, let you guys know kind of what we're looking at when we're doing kind of random visits, and hopefully you guys are doing well. I'm kind of cold. It's really cold in Florida right now. It's like 55 or something. So stay warm. Have a great rest of your week. Talk to you soon.